Good morning, Laker Nation. Rise and shine. It's your boy DTLF back with another pregame live stream as the Lakers face the Phoenix Suns early today at 12:30 Pacific time. One of those trap games, guys. We just got to make sure we keep our head above water and keep swimming. We got to come out early, jump on this team. You already know how I feel about the Suns. Devin Booker, very talented young player. DeAndre Ayton, good draft pick for them. They have a couple of athletes as well, Josh Jackson, guys like that. But we definitely got to beat this team. I mean, they are officially 4-18, and they're not that good this year. So we got to make sure that we come out and put the clamps on Booker early. Just like my boy Seb says right here, Ball will clamp Devin Booker. Well, that needs to happen because he's the key. When Devin Booker gets going, they actually end the game. When we shut him out, they don't have a shot. So that's the main key to the game is shut down Devin Booker. Also, don't get too confident. Don't start looking ahead to the next game. I know we face the Spurs up next, but we got to make sure we come out and we execute, man. The way we played last game, recipe for success. That's how we got to play. So, again, I know it's early, but I actually like when it's early, man, because I'm not anticipating the game the whole day. Hopefully we get a win, and then the rest of our day will be made. So, what's up, everybody? Welcome aboard. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the Lakers' defensive efficiency. So we are currently number 9 in the NBA right now as we stand in defense, and that's a very good improvement. I credit Lonzo Ball. I credit some of our top defenders like Brandon Ingram with his length. JaVale McGee, of course, one of the top candidates for Defensive Player of the Year. So shout out to them, man. They really helped this team leap to the next level. Now, my goal for the Lakers is a top 5 defense. If we can accomplish that, then we're for sure going to be a for sure contender in the playoffs, come playoff time. So that's what I'm hoping for. I hope for continued improvement. We still have a lot of room for improvement on the defensive end, but that is huge. I mean, I'm sure Lonzo Ball's deflections, KCP off the bench with the solid defense, and JaVale McGee getting blocks really has helped our defensive efficiency rating. If we can get LeBron to step up a little bit, that would be awesome. Brandon Ingram's length bothers people. Again, number 9 is pretty good, guys. Number 9 in defense. And I think we were top 3 in this month of that just passed of November. So, again, we continue to improve, and hopefully that continues. Tyson Chandler was a great addition as well. All that good stuff. Josh Hart off the bench. So I've been saying it. We have the tools. People were like, we're going to suck this year on defense, blah, blah, blah. No, we have the tools. We have the players. It's up to the coaching staff and the players to get on the same page and execute. So, what up, Dan? I wanted to win so bad for Chandler. Yeah, that'd be great. This old team coming back for him. But, Chandler really got cut because LeBron requested it. So it wasn't like they cut him because they wanted to cut him, but they really weren't giving him playing time. And they decided to go the tanking route. So it's a win-win for both teams. He gets to come home for his hometown. So, I mean, we shouldn't feel sorry for Tyson. That was the best case scenario for him. Hey, Dan, please read this comment. If we win today and the Grizzlies lose, we go up sixth spot in the West. I think we're already 6th, aren't we? I think you mean 5th. But yes, that would be great. Again, I'm not looking at the standings till come January. That's when teams start settling in. So right now it's up for grabs. For everywhere from 1 to 10 is up for grabs. The West is that stacked. And we'll see. All it takes is a couple of wins and you're shooting up the leaderboards, rankings, and a couple of losses will shoot you down equally. So we got to make sure we keep our head above water and just keep swimming. This is not a race, man. This is a marathon. The NBA season is long and it's filled with twists and turns. As you can see right now, Golden State is struggling. So that's great. Organized ball movement facts. Yeah, we just got to run our offense. Last game, we did a good job of spreading the wealth and making sure everybody gets the ball in the right spot so they could eat. And that's why we beat them handily, the Dallas Mavericks. We got to do the same thing with Phoenix. We got to play them like they are below us, but we still got to respect them as an NBA team and make sure we execute. So he said Warriors end of an era 2014 to 2019. It's looking that way. Honestly, if KD leaves, anything can happen if Clay leaves as well. So I agree. Are you hearing all the BI for AD talk? Pelicans are struggling. Yeah, and if they continue to struggle, we're going to hear the talks even more. But we're just going to sit back and enjoy the show because right now we're starting to pick up our pace and play a little bit of good basketball. So if we win tonight, that'll be another 3 in a row after losing 2 in a row. and hopefully the Pelicans continue to lose because then anything's possible, right? So yeah, that'd be great. What up, Dan? How are you? I'm doing good, Martin. Got off of work not too long ago, and then I just took a little nap right before I got on live with you guys. I'm happy. Hey, Rams! If the Rams could get a dub today, shout out to the Rams. And the Lakers get a dub, it'll make my day for reals. And both of the games we get them out of the way early, so that's awesome. How you guys doing today, man? What happens if we lose today? We're still a top 8 seed, whether we win or lose, but God forbid we lose versus the Phoenix Suns. They only have 4 victories this year. Let's make sure we don't give them their 5th one. That would be horrible. Dan, I feel like we didn't play good defense. Our offense wouldn't be as good because Luke don't have half court offense in place. There's no ball movement. I agree, Jonathan. And a lot of our offense comes from transition or ISO ball. Thankfully, we have guys like LeBron and Brandon who can go one-on-one, guys like Kuz. If we didn't have that, then yeah, our offense would really struggle. But the defense leads to transition, easy buckets, and that's when we really get our team going. But that's a good and bad. It's good because defense should fuel you to more wins, but it's also bad because when your defense isn't really doing the trick, you're going to need your offense. And if you're in the half-court set, it's going to be really hard for us to get that, to execute that if there's no plays being run. So I agree with you. He said, if the Pels keep losing by trade deadline, AD most likely being traded. I agree. I mean, he's going to be a free agent not this summer, but the next summer. So they might as well get maximum value in return for him if they can this year, because by next year, he's just going to be a rental unless he gets traded somewhere where he's guaranteed to extend. So you see where the value lies for them is either you're going to make the playoffs early or you're going to trade him and get maximum value in return. And they still have some solid pieces there as well. They have Mirotic, they have Julius Randle, they have Drew Holiday. They have solid pieces. It's not like if they trade Anthony Davis is a full rebuild for them. No, they trade Anthony Davis is a part rebuild because they're going to get young pieces and draft picks, but they also have pieces to try to compete in the near future as well. So it would be a win-win for both sides of whatever teams trade with the Pelicans, because the Pelicans would get maximum value in return, and the opposite team, of course, they get a young, superstar in Anthony Davis who you can build around. So again, if they're not making the playoffs, if they fall to like the 12th seed and we're halfway through the season, most likely by the trade deadline he can get traded. So we'll see. Then I feel like Luke does have an HC offense, but the players are inconsistent. I know the head coach often isn't perfect, though. Also, I think Luke's main problem is the rotations, lineups, and decisions. Well, I mean, let me tell you something. If you don't command the locker room, you're not a good head coach, no matter how you spin it. Even if he has offense, if he's not commanding the locker room, I don't care if it's LeBron or whoever. You have to. Your number one thing is you have to sell your product to the players, right? They have to buy in. If they're not buying in, I'm sorry, you're not a leader, and you're better off as a sideline. I don't know, something else, assistant or something. I don't know. Dan, I hope that the Rams Cowboys in the NFC Finals. Well, I know half of that statement for sure is going to be there. The Rams are going to be there, baby. I promise you that. So I can't wait for that. I think Rams going all the way. I think Rams are going to go all the way, not just because we beat the Chiefs, not just because we have the best running back in the league and one of the best head coaches in Sean McVay, so young, and one of the best defensive coordinators, Wade Phillips, one of the best defenses. Not all of that doesn't matter. We're going to get to the Super Bowl because we are the LA Rams, man, and we're destined to be there. Now, I'm just playing. Now, I'm serious, though, man. I really feel like we're destined. I called it before the season even started. Once they made those moves, I was like, oh, yeah, they're building a contender. Aaron Donald and Donovan Sue, Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters, all the great additions. And it was only a matter of time for LA had a contender, and it's about that time. We've been starving for a football team here in LA, and a good one, man. We got a great one. So it's exciting. Now we're gonna have a great baseball team in the Dodgers. Hopefully they can win us a World Series soon because we're also starving there. Again, we already have a great football team in the Rams. We have a great basketball team in the Lakers. I think even the Kings are all right. I don't really watch hockey like that, but I think the Kings, the LA Galaxy kind of struggle a bit, but that is the soccer team for LA. So I love it, man. LA's really putting in work as far as sport franchises go, and we're gonna be here to support all the way. You said you are naming great players on defense, but the numbers don't show it. It's all right. We're gonna continue to improve. Even if the numbers don't show it, I get it. We've given up a lot of points this year as far as the Rams, and the offense is really carrying us. But I promise you this: come playoff time, our defense is gonna shut down some teams. I'm happy for LA, but I'm from Oxnard, home of the Cowboys. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Honesty is the best policy. Dan, there's still a lot of BI trade talks. What can BI do to improve while playing with LeBron, or should he just be off the bench? Brandon Ingram could just continue to try to be assertive. I love when he shoots those mid-range shots, when he's really knocking those down, and that's his bread and butter. When he gets to the rack finishes and does a little bit of playmaking, and when he plays D, I mean, he's at his best. His three ball's still not consistent. Every time he shoots it, it's a 50-50. You just never know if he's going to fall or not. But again, he's only 21, so I'm just waiting. He's eventually going to, blow up. I'm just waiting for the moment so I can tell all those haters, I told you so. I can't wait, man. Especially the people at work that talk the most, man. I'm going to be able to rub it in their face. They know who they are. Hey, Dan, Rams winning? You can bet your house on it. Don't do that. I take that back. Don't bet your house on it, but yeah, pretty much, man. I pretty much guarantee another Rams victory today. I mean, they're just a well-oiled machine. Dan, head coach means half court offense. LOL. AC offense. Oh, that's funny. I thought you meant head coach. For sure, bro. Yeah, hey, you got to spell out the whole thing, man, because it could mean anything. AC, but I feel you, bro. Thanks for clearing that up. Have to keep Lonzo. He's our defensive playmaker. He's our Draymond. He's Draymond from the point guard position. Rebounder, great defender, playmaker. That's what he is. He's our Draymond to this team, and that's what people don't understand. The value of those type of players. They don't always show up in the stat sheet, but the value is huge. I've been saying it for a long time. Stop looking just at the scoring numbers. That doesn't tell half the story. So he said ESPN wants the Lakers to make moves that don't make any sense. ESPN just wants some content to talk about. Sometimes they just talk. They want Stephen A to get loud, and they want him to come out and make headlines. So that's all it is, man. When he comes out talking about, the Lakers got to trade Brandon Ingram. Now, listen, Stephen, sit down, watch the actual Laker games. Don't just show up once in a while and then understand what Brandon Ingram brings to the team, right? I don't want to hear none of this stuff, talking about blasphemous. Look, listen, Steven. The only thing that's blasphemous is you claiming you're a Laker fan, because everybody knows that you don't really watch NBA games. He tunes in here and there, and I respect him as an analyst, but I will say this. The only blasphemous thing is Stephen A saying he's a Laker fan. Come on, bro. We all know you hopped on as soon as LeBron came, just like you always riding LeBron, man. I don't want to hear it. He was a Miami Heat fan when LeBron was there, a Cleveland Cavalier fan when he was there. Now he's a Laker fan. So that's cool. You could be a LeBron fan, but just don't tell us what to do with our young core, Slow your roll. Stay in your lane. I'm a LeVar Ball, Stephen A. He has to do it, man. Dan, I think the Lakers need to be patient. After 5 years in the shadows, just making the playoffs would be a great season. Thank you, Lakers world. And not just making the playoffs, but we want them to at least win a series. But yes, I agree with you. I know they call Draymond an all-star and Lonzo trash. Shake my head. They do the same things. Thank you, Kevin. I've been saying it for the longest. These guys are jack of all trade type players. They impact the game because they bring a lot of everything, but they're not masters of anything. Like, you can't count on Draymond to drop 30 or to get you 10 rebounds on a consistent basis or 10 assists. However, they will, feel out the game and give you what you need as needed. So sometimes I wish you and Alan Silva could have a debate. I'd watch and tune in a heartbeat. That would be awesome, man. Hey, hit him up, let him know about this channel, and if he ever hits me up, I will. I'm a big fan of Alan, so he followed me for a little bit on Instagram, but I guess since I post stuff that is Lakers and also family related, I guess he was looking for just a Laker account or whatever. But hey, it's always Lakers 24/7 for me. So just let the Lakers be the 4th seed or higher, and let the playoff LeBron and Rondo do the rest. Yes. I can't wait, man. I wish we could fast forward to the playoffs right now. That's how much we've been starving for playoffs, man. I can't wait. It's going to be an exciting time of the year. and it's going to be awesome. He said, Dan, I remember when you said you don't want LeBron in the Lakers is BS. No, I'll say this. I said that I wanted the young players to grow, preferably, but I did mention how I wouldn't be mad if we did let LeBron. I say we don't need him, but we could use him. Those were my words. So don't try to mince my quotes, man. I see you, bro. I see you. No, that's exactly what I said. Go back and look at the videos. I said, look, listen, I'm not a huge fan of LeBron. I am a fan of his talent, but not his personality. But if we do land him, I'm not complaining. I will be happy. So, and I did call him coming here a year before it happened as well. So, I mean, mentally, I was already prepared for that. But yes, you're right. I was a huge fan of LeBron's when he first got drafted to Cleveland. Then when he left to Miami, that really turned me off, just like the rest of the NBA. And then he got cocky, said not one, not two, not three, not four. And then that's when I really just practically jumped off of LeBron bandwagon. And then he humbled himself. He started earning my respect back when he won the championship for Cleveland. I said, okay, this guy's for real. And then, the last couple of years, I mean, he's been nothing short of spectacular. He really evolutionized his game from having a weakness of not being able to shoot to turning that into a strength. So he's pretty much, I respect greatness. I always have. And if you're a great player, I respect you, but I don't have to like you as a person. That's just my personal preference. But I keep it real, man. Dan did say that about LeBron. I tuned in at the time, DTLF, a real one. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, because I never hate on talent. LeBron is a super special player. He's always been a super special player. He's never been my favorite player. It was always Kobe, of course. But when he first came into the league, I knew he was going to be special. Everybody did. And, let's be honest. He's not in my top 5 still, even as a Laker. You guys remember that. I dropped the video, So he's not in my top 5, but I am a fan of his. Once again, he earned my respect back once he beat Golden State when they had that 70+ win season. So, I mean, if you like basketball, you respect greatness, and he's playing for your favorite team, I mean, you're going to love the guy, right, eventually. So it's only a matter of time. Once he wins the championship for the Lakers, he'll probably be in my top 5. And yes, that does mean I'm a bit biased, but that's okay because I'm a diehard. But at the end of the day, look, my top 5, I already called them out. I believe it was Kareem, Kobe, Jordan, Tim Duncan, because he is a winner. And who else was up there? I think I put Shaq up there. It's mostly a Laker-filled team, but I don't remember who my top 5 is. Bottom line is they're all greats. And you can reorganize in any, everybody has their own top 5s, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. So Kobe is a top 5. For me, he is. He's my Jordan. You have to understand, he's what got me into basketball. I saw him from the moment he got drafted on, and we just saw how he became a man and a leader. I grew up at the same time that Kobe did. So I was just a kid, and now I'm an adult. So Kobe Bryant is the reason I watch basketball. Mind you, my brothers used to watch before I even did. So he said, you are delusional if you don't have LeBron in your top 5. That's crazy. Not really. It's an opinion. Like I said, if you drop 5, you're not in my top 5. And that's just the way I'm sticking to it. He dropped more than 5 championships. He's part of 3-6 Mafia. As great as he is, bro, if you're in the East and you've had super teams with you and you lose, he lost to Dallas Mavericks. There's no excuse for that, even though it was his first year, but no excuse. He had a super team. He lost a couple of times that he shouldn't have lost. So, again, I'm going to keep it, 100 with you. He's not in my top 5 yet. Now, I'm pretty sure once he wins a championship, because he will, knock on wood, he will win a championship with the Lakers. He's definitely going to be on my top 5. Because if you could win in the West, where it's, the top of, the best have to emerge from the West. Put it like that. And then on top of that, he's with the Lakers, the greatest franchise on ever. If he does that on the biggest stage, like I've said this many times, 1 championship here is equal to 3 championships at Golden State if Kevin Durant comes here. So that's how big this stage is and how much the pressure is on for him to win here. If he could do that, believe it, he's leapfrogging a bunch of my top 5 players. And that's just the way it goes, man. He said, do you think Lonzo will be a Phoenix Sun? No. I think Lonzo will stay a Laker for sure. If LeBron had Kyrie and Love in 2015, he would have had 4 rings. Hey, woulda, coulda, shoulda. If Andrew Bynum didn't get injured in 2000 and what year did we lose to Boston Celtics? 2008, 2009? Kobe would have had 6 championship rings. So bottom line is we can make excuses for all the great players. Bottom line, he didn't get it done. So as great as he is, it doesn't take away nothing from him. He's a great, great, great player. I'm sure he's in a lot of your top threes, top fives. He's not in mine. Personal preference is just look, listen. Let's be honest, guys. He dropped 5 championship rings. He dropped 6 of them, matter of fact. So, Hey, I appreciate that, Ivan. Thank you, brother. Dan, I really love how Zoe has been aggressive and his defense was great. Yeah. The aggressive Lonzo reminds me of UCLA Lonzo, the one who used to control the pace and just take over at times. He doesn't need to take over here in the NBA, although he is capable. He's shown us that capability when he gets hot. He did it in that San Antonio Spurs game last season. So he is very, very good when he wants to be. But where he does kind of have to take over is on defense, because he is probably one of our top defenders, if not the top defender, because JaVale's up there too. So I can't really name one. Josh Hart is up there as far as man defense. But, bottom line is, he's a special player, and he's only going to get better. So we hold it on to him for sure. If LeBron wasn't loyal, he could have had at least 7 titles by now. That's fine, but again, that doesn't really get you nowhere. Could have, should have, would have, but he didn't. So Kobe could have had 9 championships had he been in the East. I can make that argument because the East has always been weak, and Kobe had to go through some of the toughest teams in the West, including the Spurs, the Nuggets, some of the tougher teams, the Grizzlies at the time, man. So, we can make arguments for our favorite teams. Our favorite players all day. Bottom line is LeBron currently has 3 championships compared to 6 finals losses. And that, to me, is not top five. However, that will switch, and I think he knows this. The narrative will switch if he comes to LA, takes a team that wasn't making the playoffs, into the playoffs, and then eventually into the championship, then you have no choice but to put him in top 3. So LeBron knew that staying in Cleveland, he wasn't going to win nothing. And he knew that coming to LA, he had to really take us to the next level to get to the top 3. And matter of fact, a lot of people are going to call him the GOAT, I'm sure. That's the impact that the Lakers franchise has on superstars. You win one for us, and you're forever. He's already great. He's already a Hall of Famer. He's already a legend. But, this is just going to take his name to the next level. And I think even LeBron fans have to admit that. There's no greater stage than LA. Bottom line. Am I streaming the game? No, man. I have family over today, so I'll be watching with them. However, I will come to you guys post-game. I got you. He said, we're making the playoffs this year anyway without LeBron. Potentially. Nothing's guaranteed because the West is tough. But, yes, potentially we did have the players to make it. But LeBron he's going to make sure. As long as he's healthy, he's going to make sure that we're there. And not just in the playoffs, but I'm pretty much certain that he's going to be a top 4 seed. I've been saying it. I'll stick to it, man. Championship is the weakest argument ever. LeBron is first in the playoff points, first in game winners, first in playoffs, top 5 in assists, playoffs, top 5. Well, he should be on the top of every ranking if he makes it every year and he gets far every year. Come on, that's common sense. Let's not go there. But look, that's your argument. If to you championships aren't everything, then hey, that's your opinion, man. I'm not gonna knock it. But to me, championships mean not everything, but they mean at least 75% of your greatness. That's why Charles Barkley rarely gets mentioned amongst the greatest players, because he was a freak as well. If you go back, watch the highlights, look at his stats, he was a freak. Some of the top players never get mentioned up there with the champions, because championships do mean something, no matter how you slice it up, my man. But again, it is what it is, man. Whatever you like, if LeBron is your top player, go for it, man. I'm not knocking you at all. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I get it. Just like Kobe was my GOAT. LeBron's a lot of you guys' GOATs, and that's cool. I'm cool with it. Dan, do you think we should play on the forum? That would be dope. At least once a year. If we did like a forum game, that would be awesome, man. And they'd have all the original championship banners hanging there. That would be nice. Hey, what's up, Matt? What's up, bro? Who's coming next year, Kawhi or KD? If I had to put my money on it, it'd be Kevin Durant, because of everything just points that way. And it's just the way it is, Why does Charles hate the Lakers? Probably because he never got traded there. He probably wanted to be a Laker undercover brother, but he didn't get traded to the Lakers. So bottom line is you hate us because you ain't us. And that's all right. Charles Barkley, keep eating them donuts, just make sure you keep your cholesterol low, bro, because we want you on TV. You're entertaining. You're pretty much the clown of TNT. So we need him there. He's a funny dude, even though he hates on my Lakers. I don't take him. I don't take what he says with a grain of salt. He's always wrong anyway. So then I think we need Damian Lillard, trade Ball, Ingram, and KCP. For Damian Lillard, you want to give up Ingram and Ball? Wow. I don't know, man. Because, again, that's a max slot, and you won't have room for anybody else. I wouldn't do it. Dan, which city jersey you like, this year or last year's with the Black Mamba theme? Both of them. They're both fire. I can't hate on either one. I can't pick one. Love the Mamba theme with the little leather print and all that. But these are really sick, too. So, love them both. Plus, we're undefeated with this year's city jersey. So, I love that. Chuck said we aren't better than the Spurs. Chuck's going to find out real soon. He always eats his words just like he eats his donuts, man. Just like he eats his donuts, he's going to eat his words. It's all good. He said the highlight of Charles Barkley's career is throwing the ball at Shaq's head. That is true. That is what I remember him for. That is not. You're not lying, bro. He said, "Come on. If you play the Hornets, Heat, Nets, Knicks, Hawks, Bulls, it's way easier path." Absolutely. The East was a breeze, especially for a beast like LeBron. Let's not kid ourselves, right? Dan, I think you should trust the process. Stop trying to get all-stars right now and let our young core develop. I agree with that. I mean, I haven't said anything different. The all-stars will come in the summer, though, whether I want to get them or not. I do want them because you don't hurt young players' greatness by adding more greatness around them. I just don't believe in that. If they're going to shine, they're going to shine regardless. So, yeah, over the summer, that's hopefully our goal, and let's see what happens. Chill on Chuck's weight. It's not even his weight, man. I'm just talking smack on Chuck himself because he's a clown. He's funny. I love Chuck. Don't get me wrong. I love watching TNT because of Chuck. I don't think I would. I still watch it. I like EJ and all, Kenny the Jet and Shaq, but Chuck makes the show. Let's not kid ourselves. He is the one that we always tune in to see what kind of controversial, quote he's going to come up with. Everything from, he said all kinds of crazy stuff before, so. He said 100% we are getting KD. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, because nobody's going to stop LeBron, KD, and a great young core. Nah. I don't believe anybody can get on our way other than injuries. Chuck's mouth doesn't connect with his brain. That's funny. Never heard that before. The process was over once LeBron came. The game plan has changed. I do agree with that, but I still think we need to stick to the blueprint of adding without subtracting. I think that's the best route. Don't you agree? I hope. Chuck wanted to be a Laker. He kind of salty. That's what it is, man. He's salty and he's sweet. He's a big old gummy bear, man. He ain't got feelings, man. Hey, Charles Barkley doesn't have feelings. He has cream feelings. He loves sweets. So it's all good. Yeah, Dan, 20 minutes till the game. What's your score? It should be Lakers 110, Suns 90, because they can put it up when Booker's up there, but we should be able to hold down Booker. Hopefully, Lonzo continues to shut down guards. He said LeBron not waiting for the young bums to be an average player. Playoff LeBron is something that the West not ready for. Young bums, man, the disrespect. I don't know what young bums you're talking about. Are you talking about Zubats? Are you talking about? I know you're not talking about Josh Hart, Lonzo, Kevin Durant, and Kyle Kuzma, right? Because those aren't young bums. I never heard of young bums that average more than 10 points per game. So that's all I got to say about that. Dan, Lakers fan, I'm just happy that we might make the playoffs this year. Correction, will make the playoffs this year. But yeah, I'm right there with you, bro. I'm excited. I can't wait. Hey, Dan, Kobe would have never have won 5 rings without goldfish for many reasons. Again, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but he did. So, hey. He did, and he carried us many times. So you can't even say that. I could say that LeBron would only have 1 championship ring or 2 if it wasn't for Ray Allen's corner shots, right? We can make these arguments all day, but it is what it is. It's not what could have been or what should have been, but it is what it is. Let's be real. Keep it 110. Lakers, Magic, Bucks, only teams that can and should in the first half on defense attack the second half. I'm not sure what you're talking about, bro. He said won't happen because it's revolutionary. I don't know. He said, in order for us to go to the playoffs, we have to win against losing teams. Good point. Like tonight. He said LeBron is the best, period. Opinions. Opinions. He said both are great players, period. Facts. Now that's a fact. LeBron and Kobe, and I mean, there's been many greats that I'm sure to Spurs fans, just like Cleveland fans, right? Like Myron Jones, or I don't know if he's a Cleveland fan, but for sure he's a LeBron fan. If he says a statement like that, that's bold. I'm sure to them he's their greatest, and I can't even knock that because everybody has their own GOAT. Chicago Bulls fans know it's Michael Jordan for a fact because he has the most proof behind his. He has the numbers, the championship rings, and the Finals MVPs, Defensive Player of the Years. So if anything, I will never argue with a Chicago Bulls fan, for Kobe over Jordan. I always give them that. But other than that, to me, Kobe's my GOAT. So it is what it is. To me, Kobe's my GOAT. He said, if you're not the best at your position, then you cannot be in the conversation. So does that take LeBron out? Because, they're both small forwards, Michael Jordan and LeBron. So I don't know. You're kind of arguing against yourself there. Kobe is the greatest shooting guard I've ever seen. LeBron's not a shooting guard, neither is Michael Jordan. To me, he's a small forward, slasher, But, I mean, I guess he could interchange between shooting guard and small forward. But it is what it is. Again, man, your quotes are, your opinions are bold. But, hey, they're your opinions. He said, if we win, we should be fifth in the standings. Hopefully we win. We should win. But, He said, this should be a win, but you never know it with Fluke Walton. Yeah, we got to make sure we show up. Nothing's guaranteed in the NBA. What if Devin Booker decides to go off for 60 today? Or what if the Lakers decide not to show up? It's a Sunday morning. Maybe, they're tired from last night. You never know. But there's no excuses. We got to execute, and let's just do it. Hey, Dan, who do you think is better, LeBron or Kobe? LeBron is a better well-rounded player, but Kobe's a better scorer, better killer, and to me, the better champion. So I give that to Kobe. But again, I'm not going to argue this because I'm sure the comment section is going to flood with LeBron, blah, blah, blah. And that's cool. That's their opinion. He said, if Philly beats the Memphis Grizzlies, we are in fifth place. Oh, go Philly. Go Philly. He said LeBron bust Kobe's ass on several occasions. Look, bro, bottom line is Kobe has 5 championship rings. You got to respect that. If you respect LeBron's 3 in the East, definitely respect Kobe's 5 in the West. So no matter how you say it, Kobe busts LeBron's ass on plenty of occasions as well. And there's film to prove that. So they went back and forth. 2 great players. Shaq's rings you respect? For sure. Then I guess you respect Shaq over LeBron as well because they have, around – I think Shaq has 4 rings, doesn't he? Last I checked, so – if you respect Shaq's over Kobe's, then you definitely respect Shaq's over LeBron's. Damn, Myron is something else, bro. You something else, dude. You something else, bro. I think you're just arguing for the sake of arguing at this point. Yeah, both are Lakers. I don't even care anymore. The debate is irrelevant to me, but I just don't like people disrespecting Kobe. And that's my GOAT. Dan, imagine prime LeBron, prime KB in the same team. Game over. Game over. I'm a LeBron fan to the core. Yeah, we see that. We see that, bro. I respect it. I dig it. Nothing wrong with it. Is he a Laker fan? No, he just said he's a LeBron fan, which means he just roots for the player, man, to the core. So, Dan, are you all in on Lonzo? I am. Absolutely. I've never turned against him. You've been on this channel. You know I never turn against young core players because I believe in all of them. So Lonzo is definitely special in my eyes, and I think he's going to continue to improve. I think only casuals think he's a bum because they just look at the scoring stat line. People that don't really watch the games don't see his impact on the games. But other than that, I love me some Lonzo Ball. He's just, again, jack of all trades. Dan, what happens if KD and LeBron don't click or match on the team? That's impossible because LeBron is a team player and KD is a scorer. So they're like meant to click, just like Kyrie and LeBron clicked, He said, I don't care who has more rings. I just care about us winning. Me too. Me too. Again, I'm just putting some respect on Kobe's name, but I feel you on that. Hey, Dan, who do you think the Lakers need to win? Kevin Durant or Kyrie? Kevin Durant. I love Kyrie. He's fun to watch. Well, I used to love Kyrie before he joined the Celtics. Let me rephrase that. But I will say this. KD is 6'10", plays like a shooting guard, quick, athletic, and just a sweet jumper to pull up over anybody. You don't pass on that. You say, y'all see LaMelo developing a legit playmaker now. High school, they always look sweet, but let's see what he does in the NBA. Because word has it, he is actually going to make it to the NBA. So we'll see what he does there. I can't wait. I hope he does good, man. He said, Duke players don't stay healthy at Kyrie. Duke players don't stay healthy. To some degree, you're right. We haven't really got to see what some of them can do. But, yeah, you're right to some point. He said LeBron only has one triple-double this season. He's getting a little bit older, so I expect his production to dip a little bit, but he's still putting up MVP-type numbers, so I'm not even mad. I'm loving what he's doing so far. I just wish that he hit his free throws more consistently, but then again, he's never really hit that throughout his career. So, all right, guys, going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Much love. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys post-game. Let's get this dub. Laker Nation, let's get it. Happy Sunday to everybody, and I'll see you guys after the game.